Well. Here we are back together again. This is Coach's Call on Tap. We got a little sports talk show we're going to start off this season with. We got number one. Welcome back, Puff in Pennsylvania. He's back on the show. Of course, my trusty right-hand man, the leader of the Discord, the leader of the band. Without this man, we cannot sing a song. Tristan in North Carolina. Welcome back, my brother. This is Coach's Call on Tap. We are going to talk about
What's up, brother?
Oh, what's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
What's up,
We're
brother?
going to talk about nothing but
Tuesday.
Black, check. If we can throw it and we can catch it, if we can see it, if we could bet on it, we're going to talk about it. Today, we're going to talk a little bit basketball. We got two Final Fours coming up. A little bit of tennis. Somebody on this panel is on a heater. Aussie football.
Oh, yeah.
Just hold on to your hats, boys. We are going all over the place here. And then I'm going to give tip of the hat to my A&M Aggies. There we are right there. My A&M Aggies. We are going to give them a tip of the hat because they are number 3 in the college top 10 poll. And that's a big thing for us. So welcome aboard, guys. Welcome, everybody, for joining us. If you want to keep following us, I am Rick.Zamora on Instagram. Coaches Call 0 on TikTok. You can also find us on our YouTube channel. Gentlemen, welcome aboard, and let's talk about the men's Final Four, right? We've got NC State, Purdue. Puff, give us your infinite wisdom in the ugly orange jacket.
Yeah, rocking the UT colors. Great day to be alive. Thanks for having me back. For me, this has been probably one of the most insane tournaments I have watched in a long time. UConn clearly is the favorite to win it all, and it's a very valid reason. I'm very interested to see how Alabama, if they can get in transition, what that game will turn into. But for me, I just think UConn's too much, and then Purdue's I think they roll right through NC State because Burns isn't going to be able to get the ball. He's not going to be able to do what he has done all tournament because of Edie's size. It's going to cause good problems. So then that means Purdue versus UConn in championship. Give me Purdue. I think Edie's too much for them. This whole tournament, he has shown that he is king of college basketball. So give me Purdue to win it all.
Edie is the king of college basketball.
He's the king of college basketball.
Okay. Tristan, I'm going to move it in a different direction for you right now. 75% of America is on NC State at plus 9.5, and 85% are on Purdue money line. What do you think is happening here with Purdue and NC State, the two big men, because that's really all they have? What's your take on this?
Everybody loves a Cinderella. Everybody loves Cinderella. Even though we're not gonna bet Cinderella, we want Cinderella to win too. They're not going to though. I mean, I'd love for NC State, because I'm from here. Obviously, that'd be cool as hell if they did do it. They're not going to. I think Purdue's too much. I think Purdue's going to do to NC State what they did to Utah State a few weeks ago. I think it's going to be ugly. I think the reason you're seeing that kind of betting is just the Cinderella factor.
Yeah,
they just, people love them. They want to see them win. They probably got a juicy money line, and so they're just going to hit it, and Purdue's going to beat the shit out of them.
Well, here's the thing too is I completely forgot what I was going to say. So let's move on to Alabama, UConn. Alabama, yeah, that was weird. How I just completely lost train of thought. That's how important this Purdue NC State game is to me. I really could care less. Alabama, UConn, right? So UConn is only trailed in like 28 seconds of the entire tournament. Oh, I know what I was going to say. NC State, dude. Yeah, check it out. Check this out. I saw this stat. This is pretty cool. Most people don't have the balls to do this, but for $100, if you would have bet NC State on the money line and then rolled over every win that they've had, you'd have over $200,000 right now.
Yeah.
You have like $220,000. And then you can put it all on Purdue to beat their ass right now and double your money.
And double it back up.
Right? Alabama and UConn. First, because Puff, you just ran through it. I didn't hear anything you said. What is it about? Do you like anything about Alabama?
Yeah, I think that the pace they play with is going to cause a problem for UConn. If they can get out in transition, this game is going to be extremely close. But the thing is UConn does a great job with their transition defense and slowing the game down to be able to play at their pace. But I think Alabama, like I genuinely think that they are a good team. It's just they aren't gonna have enough firepower behind it. But
Okay, because UConn,
this is the 14th time that men's and women's team, there's been two of them in the Final Four for each school.
That's
Pretty
cool.
yeah,
cool.
that is cool. Tristan, what are your thoughts on this UConn Alabama game?
I mean, I don't see any reason why UConn doesn't win this game either. But I would see with the way I bet games in a certain way, and if I think one favorite covers, the other one's not going to cover. It's just how I am. So if you put a gun to my head, I mean, I think Alabama is probably going to cover, maybe scare UConn a little bit, but UConn's just too good. I don't see them losing. I mean,
UConn's burned me twice because they've only not led in like 28 seconds of all of their games, like combined. Like all their games, they've been leading, except for like 28 seconds of it, and then they've held 20 and 30-point leads.
yeah,
And dude, they have cost me money. I ain't fucking with it. I'm on UConn. I don't give a shit if they screw the pooch here. Screw it. But betting against them has killed me.
yeah.
Like absolutely killed me. I bet against them at plus 22 live, and they beat the shit out of that Illinois team by 30.
Yep.
You're like, holy shit! Like that, I can't mess with them. NC State, I can mess with. I like this NC State. I like that dude. I mean, 9.5 points is a lot. I'll buy a couple of points. But you know why I like him? Is I love just the way he plays the game. It's just fun.
Yeah.
He's fun. He loves it. Now, yes, Duke sucked. Duke wasn't Duke went deep, but I mean Duke wasn't the Duke of old.
Fuck no, they haven't been for years.
For me, things just felt right, for this NC State run. A lot of us thought it would happen, but anyway, I like NC State to cover. I don't like them to win. I'm thinking it's a number one versus number one, and then Purdue pulls the upset in the big game. I mean, that's how I'm seeing it. Tristan, no, well,
I gotta disagree with you. I gotta disagree with you. I think both favorites. I think Purdue rolls, UConn wins, but I think they get hooked on that spread or something, and Bama just keeps it. Somehow, some way, Bama covers this game, backdoor or some bullshit. But I think Purdue's a blowout.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Let's go to the other side. Let's go to the women's. I know, because Puff spends a lot of time on the women's side. So I'm gonna start with you, Puff. Let's start with South Carolina and NC State. Talk to me about that game. I know you've watched a lot more than I have.
Yeah, so this is probably the most women's basketball I've ever watched, both regular season and tournament wise. South Carolina is by far the best, most favorite team to win it all, and it's valid. They beat every team they play by 20 plus, and they are the real
And
deal.
they're dirty too.
They haven't lost a game yet this year.
They're dirty,
No.
bro. They elbow, they pull hair. Like you watch them, and it kind of turns you on the way they play basketball, dude. Kind of dirty ass motherfuckers. All right,
One
go
thing
ahead,
that's
Puff.
a little crazy is that Cordoso's chick, the eyelashes. Those shits look like fucking butterflies, man. But no, NC State they had a run, but it's nothing that's gonna give South Carolina problems. They played Texas to get to the Final Four, and Texas was missing so many of their people that they weren't healthy. So NC State kind of had a cupcake run to get there. And I think South Carolina is just going to roll them probably by 20 to 30 points and go to the championship.
Okay. What about this Iowa? What happened there? What about this Iowa UConn game, Buffy?
Ooh, this is an intriguing game. UConn girls, it's gonna be Paige Beckers and Aaliyah Edwards versus Caitlin Clark and
Caitlin Clark.
Kate Martin. Yeah, basically Caitlin Clark. Yeah. And Yeah, it's gonna be a very entertaining matchup. I think it's Iowa's game to lose. It's Iowa's tournament to lose at this point. They are the fan favorite. Everybody wants them to win. The ratings I feel like are gonna play a big role in them getting to the championship. I think they win, but it's going to be a very close game. UConn's all beat up. They don't have a lot of their starters. They had 5 missing starters at the beginning of the season and that were gone. And yeah, well, not five. There's like three missing stars. Five would be their whole team, but they had 3 missing stars at the beginning of the season, and I just think Iowa's going to be too much to handle.
Tristan, have you watched any of these girls? Have you watched any games? You know what's going on? Do you even care?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care, but I mean, I've been paying attention. Uh, I mean, I didn't know South Carolina was 36-0. I mean, but how can you not pay attention to Caitlin Clark? I mean, she's unreal. She's the Steph Curry of women. Like the other night when I was watching her kick LSU face up and down the court, she could have took a shot from half court and made it. Like, I mean, it was
Yeah.
fucking insane. So I don't really have a dog in the fight, but if I'm gonna throw a dog in the fight, I'm taking Iowa all the way.
My favorite team, I've seen them a couple of times, and I saw them against, I think it was LSU, where it was basically a brawl more than a basketball game. And them girls were getting after it underneath, and it was the sexiest thing I've seen. You know, next to Pornhub, it's the sexiest thing I've seen ever. It was pretty fucking legit. But dude, this Caitlin Clark. I mean, you have a person like I'm willing to say this. Very rarely do you have somebody in a generation in a sport come through and change it. You know, Jordan did it in his era at North Carolina. Tiger Woods did it in golf. Um, you know, Tom Brady
I was
did
about to
it
say
in
Tom.
football. And you have Caitlin Clark come in and, you know, well, you have Otani this year or last year. You know, the guy can throw and hit. He's changing the face of baseball.
Yep.
You know, now, you know, why can't they do both? I think this chick is a real deal. I think when you when you have a team and when you have a game and you have that one special person is going to show up and show out. And I don't care who UConn has. I don't care who South Carolina has. If you're gonna tell me you're gonna double team or triple teamer, you better do it at the fucking half court line. And yet she's still gonna give what 16 assists the other night.
That
That's
was
almost 40 points.
that was one of the things that when I was watching the game, and I was like, man, we should have better fucking assist. She be dishing the fucking rock. I mean,
Yeah, because I mean you
passes really
have to
well.
double triple team her, don't you? You just have to, or she's gonna be shooting it up like Steph Curry. I'm real. I think it's a great story. I think it's one of those things where you can't stop her. No matter what you do, you're not going to stop that team because if she's not going to shoot for 40, she can pass and assist for 40. I don't think anybody can stop her. I think Iowa is the darling for a reason. I like it. I love it.
Puff.
I want some more of it. I'll be watching this tomorrow. I'll be glued at the bar watching this. And I think it's going to be fun. I really do. Anything else on this Final Four?
Nah, I think Iowa got the shooters where if you double Clark, that she, like you said, she dishes it, and they got the shooters to eat you up. So
Yeah. She dishes it 16 times. It's at least 40 points, man. I mean,
Yep.
if you do the math.
including
You do no
the
math, right, Puff? Okay.
whatever she goes for.
All right. Let's move on, man. Let's move on. That's a girl sport. Let's move on to something else. Oh, another girl sport. That's okay. Tristan.
I knew it was coming.
This section is sponsored by Wilson balls and gloves and whatever you use on the tennis court. We're going to talk a little bit about Tristan, or tennis from Tristan. This is Tristan's Tennis Corner. Take it away, Tristan.
I've been trying to come up with a name for something like that. I like that. All right, so
Let's be gay.
Yeah,
Go.
this week in tennis, we started probably the best 3-month stretch of tennis. We got clay season that wraps into grass season, which is Wimbledon, before we get back to hard
I like
court.
grass.
I do too. So yeah, the two clay tournaments in the USA, they started this week, and then a couple Europeans started. Personally, not a fan of the Europeans, but a couple of big news things that are going on. So you have Danielle Collins coming off of Miami. So she's on
Danielle or Daniel?
Danielle.
Women's tennis, gentlemen. Women's tennis. Short
Danielle.
skirts, worth a watch.
Yep. She's on a 9-game win streak and has won in straight sets in 8 of them. So someone
Nice
to keep
job, Danny girl.
someone to keep an eye on. Been making a lot of money off her. Clay's
We
tough
bet
to,
him. We bet her, right?
yeah, we got her right now, I think.
Yeah.
But these are smaller tournaments for the most part this week. But then coming up, starting Sunday, we have qualifiers starting for Monte Carlo, which is an ATP Masters 1000 event, where a lot of the big top players are going to be playing. Pretty sure Novak Djokovic is going to be playing, but Rafael Nadal did drop out of this tournament because he's
What
brittle
happened to
bone.
her?
He is brittle bones now, so.
Oh,
Just
the human band-aid.
Yep. Yep. Puff,
What's up?
you been keeping up with any tennis?
Yeah, I've been keeping up a little bit. Like you said, I know you hit big on Collins and what was it, ATP, not WTA Miami, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She's probably going to. This is her prime right now, and I'm intrigued at how she's playing, and I'm going to tune into majority of her matches throughout. If she keeps on playing like this, come time for what is it? What's the big one? Clay, France.
Roland Garros.
Yeah, yep. Roland Garros. She's gonna make a big run through that. Uh, One person that I also like to see on clay is Sakari. She can
She's
ball on
a
clay.
she's a monster.
She yeah, she plays Astra Sharma tonight, and
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna end up being on that spread because she can ball. Uh,
Easy
Other
with
than
your
that,
language there. Easy with your language. You can't say women and spread at the same time, Puff.
yeah, yeah. But I'm excited for these tournaments. Normally, I try to sit out these beginning tournaments on clay just to see how these people play.
It's not a bad
Um,
idea.
but I do dabble in because I'm a degenerate like everybody else. So, like you said, I'm just excited for these tournaments and ready to get them underway.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Here's what's intriguing to me too, Puff. You've used the word intrigued 3 times. So Tristan, the millennial, he's our millennial vampire. He's always indoors. I mean, you can tell by his skin color. He's always indoors. Doesn't look like he ever lifted a racket in his life. Puff is from Pennsylvania. He's our ultimate rapper over there. And these guys over here are all into this tennis. This is what I love about this dynamic, okay? I played a little tennis in high school. My ex-wife was an all-American tennis player. We used to play tennis together also in the summer times. But I never knew as much as you guys do. Like I couldn't tell you what tournament's coming up. I couldn't tell you what the biggest tournament other than Wimbledon. Because that's always on
Right.
grass. But that's just crazy. You guys need to if you're listening to this, thank you for listening. Number one, I hope this is entertaining for you and it's not a shit show. But I hope you're entertained by what we're telling you. You need to follow us on Coaches Call on TikTok, on our YouTube. We need to start posting that. We're going to start posting these things more often on different social media sites just for you guys. I mean, we're not touts or anything, but the knowledge on this is unbelievable. And I'm going to carry it over to this. Tristan, are we done with tennis, by the way?
Yeah, we're done tennis.
Okay. Let's keep this intriguing thing going. These guys blow my mind all the time. Here's something we're going to fucking talk about. And if you're listening and if you're driving, keep both hands on your steering wheel. We're going to talk about Aussie football.
Oh yeah.
Aussie football. Puff wanted to talk about Aussie football. First of all, Puff, I guess that's in Australia.
Yeah. Yep. All
This
through
is your
Australia.
segment. Go ahead. Give us what is Aussie football? Tell us all about it. Now
All
I'm
right.
intrigued.
So a lot of people compare Aussie football to rugby, and it's nothing like rugby at all.
Told you, Tristan.
I would say, you play it with your feet. It's kind of an aspect of American football. You just don't stop. I guess you don't line up at like a line of scrimmage for plays. It's like soccer kind of way. Everybody's just spread out. It's 22 people on the field. It's a lot of people on the field at once. You kick it, you catch it, you get time to like reset and then kick the ball downfield. But you gotta catch it and able to get a whistle blown stop for them to just keep on playing.
And so what do
Yeah.
you get? Like 2 or 3 seconds to kick the ball?
You get like it's like at the ref's discretion. It's a really cool sport if you never watched it. It's on Fox Sports 1 around like it's late night though.
It's
Probably
on
like 1 or
ESPN, the
3.
Ocho.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so no, this is what it
ESPN
sounds like.
Deportes.
Yeah, ESPN Deportes. Okay, this is what it sounds like to me. Correct me if I'm wrong. So when I was in like elementary school,
Yeah.
we go out to recess, right? They give us one football, and there's 30 of us kids, and we'd pick teams, and there's 15 on each team or whatever. We used to call it smear the queer, right?
Yeah,
so if
yep.
you catch it, you know, you couldn't, but you kept running down the field until you scored a touchdown.
Yeah,
But
kind
if
of.
you
Yeah.
dropped it, then you're gonna have 5 or 6 guys coming at your ass, just trying to
take you
pummel
out.
your shit. Is that
Yep.
right?
Yeah, that's right. But
So it's professional smear the queer.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty
Cool.
much. But it's like 4
Cool.
goalposts. Between the middle 2 is 6 points, and then the outer 2 is just 1 point.
Okay.
But it's the biggest sport in Australia. Like they'll sell out all the cricket
Well, you
grounds.
think all there is in
everything.
Australia is boomerangs and kangaroos? What the fuck else? What else are they gonna do in Australia?
Yeah, but there's a lot. So this weekend is called the Gathering Round. So all the teams play in Adelaide this weekend, and it's stuff like only time they do this all season where every single team plays at one location. So a lot of these games are on Fox Sports 1. So it's a good weekend where if you want to watch it, it's a great sport to watch. If you're bored late night, have nothing going on, great sport to watch.
The knowledge in this young man is fucking astounding. Please don't piss me off again and make me kick you off the show. Please don't do it. I want you. I need you. This is fun. This is good stuff. Aussie football, Australian rules football. We are going to call it on the show Smear the Queer.
There we go.
Do you have a favorite team, Puff?
Yeah, I'm a Brisbane Lions fan. We're like second to last on the table right now. It's we had a rough start to the season. Last year we made it to the grand final, which is like the Super Bowl pretty much. But
Okay. Back up. Okay. Do they have conferences? Do they have divisions? Like what? Or do they just have like 4 teams?
Think of it the way Puff just made it sound. Think of it like, do you understand EPL soccer standings?
Does it look like I understand EPL anything? No. Here's what. How many teams are there in the whole league?
I want to say it's like 18.
Huh?
I want to say 18, but only top 8 make it to playoffs, and there's no conferences, divisions, or anything. So
It's just a free for all.
yeah, and they play. I think it's 28 rounds, so you play almost every team twice. So it starts in early March and goes the whole way till 28 weeks.
Puff, does it kind of work like EPL standings?
Yep. The way the ladder goes, but so it's funny. So they do it by percentages for playoffs. Like, if there's a team tied, it's like how much you won. It's like a point percentage. So like, there's no mercy in this sport at all. Like the worst team.
If you can run it up, you got to run it up.
Oh, like I've seen teams lose by like 120 points before, which is like crazy, and it's hilarious. So
you know what? I was going to ask you to do the homework. No, I'm not going to. You don't look like the homework type. I'm going to go in and I want to fucking find this, and I'm going to figure all this shit out. Yeah, I'll get a grease board or something, and we'll follow this shit. Like
Hell
the
yeah.
team, that would be awesome. You like the Brisbane what?
Yeah, Brisbane Lions. Just don't become a Collingwood fan. They're all rats.
Coach, you need
Collingwood's like the Philly Eagles of the sport.
Coach, you need to get a grease board anyway. That way you can keep tally of our picks for the day for the show.
That's what I need to do. Also, yeah. Okay, Australian rule football. Yeah, it's a professional smear the queer league. They start in March. They go 2 rounds. It's an EPL ladder system that they use. The more points that you score, the better off you're going to be. Only 8 teams make the playoffs, and then
Yeah.
they go to the World Super Smear the Queer Bowl, or what's it called?
They got like, it's called a preliminary final and then like grand final, stuff like that. It's more professional way of saying playoffs.
Okay, and for anybody that lives in America or in Bastrop that is an Australian football player, I'm just kidding. Don't come to my house and beat my ass up, because I'm sure them some big mean motherfuckers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, I love that segment. I think we're going to need an Aussie League segment every week. We're going to need an update on that shit, and
Oh yeah.
we need to find some favorite teams. What are the top 2 teams?
Right now it's Greater Western Sydney. They're called the Giants, but they're like an orange and white team. And then the other team right now, I'd say probably the best is, they're called Geelong, but like everybody calls it Geelong in America because they don't know how to pronounce it. They're called Geelong, and they are probably second best team.
I want to root for a team like the Kangaroos or the Boomerangs.
There you go. North Melbourne Kangaroos. There you go.
North Melbourne. Yeah.
We play you guys tonight at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, or the other
like
team, the Walkabouts or some shit like that. You know,
I want to be the Scorpions.
The Walkabouts, or what's the tribe that tribe they got down there? The indigenous tribe they got down there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's another fun fact. So like the gathering round that they're doing this week, that's what they're big about, is like the indigenous people. So like they'll do like these like ceremonies before the games and stuff, where like they'll be smoking out of like some like big ass pipe
and
thing.
the losers get eaten, or what the Holy
cow. But it's pretty cool. That's cool.
Some serious sport, man. Oh my god, I don't know if I could top that, but we're running out of time. Oh my gosh, thank you, Puff, for that. Last tip of the cap. I got a big tip of the cap, and I'm gonna put it on you guys. If y'all got a tip of the cap for the week or for the show, I'm gonna let y'all have it. I'm gonna take the first one. College baseball top 10. I'm gonna go run through them real quick. The college baseball top 10, and there's just some good freaking teams. North Carolina at number 10, Duke at number 9, Dallas Baptist here in Texas, number 8, Vanderbilt number 7, Florida number 6. There you go, Chase. Oregon State number 5, Tennessee number 4. Shut up, Bubba. My Aggies are number 3, Clemson number 2, and Arkansas, with the 2 best players in the nation. Arkansas is at number 1. So Aggies, we're number 3. I love it. Everything about it. We're on the right track. So tip of the cap to my Aggies. Tristan, do you have a tip of the cap for anybody before we go?
I'm going to do one to Danielle Collins because, I mean, I got to. She's retiring at the end of the year. She's on the run of her life, and I don't think she's going to be beat for a while. At least we're hoping not, because we got a bet on her tonight.
Yeah, man, she's got to run the table.
So yeah, I'm going to give my tip of the cap.
-145.
Yeah, I'm going to do a tip of the cap to Danielle.
Tip of the cap, Danielle. Thank you, and congratulations and good luck. Puff, Daddy, before we go, what you got?
My tip of the cap goes to the Devils Rangers last night for starting a fight 2 seconds into the hockey.
I saw that, baby. And that's what we love to hear. Yes.
And that is bringing back the sport that the people love to watch. So shout out to Rempe, shout out to the Rangers, shout out to the Devils for wanting to throw down 2 seconds into a match. And give
they were ready to fucking fight.
Tip of the cap to you, motherfuckers. Let's get it on. Let's fight. Gentlemen, thank you guys for coming back. Thank you guys for making Coach's Call on Tap possible. Puff, thanks for coming back. Tristan, thanks for hanging in there with me. Thank you for everybody that's listening. Please like, share, comment, and let us know what you think. Let us know what you want us to talk about. If there's anything you would like to talk about us, you can follow. I'm going to do a lot of stuff on my Instagram. It's Coach's Call, but it's Rick Zamora, Coach's Call on Instagram. Go follow that. I'm doing a lot of golf tournaments and stuff like that these next couple of months. I'm going to post a lot of stuff there. Also, Coach's Call 0 on TikTok. We're going to start just throwing shit out there. Anything we got. Puff's going to watch a lot of stuff. He's going to throw it on TikTok. We're going to throw it all on our YouTube channel. We're excited about this. We're calling it an off season because we're mainly a football group, but
we're gonna make it fun.
I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it, especially as Aussie smear the queer, baby. I love it. Gentlemen, thanks a lot. Tristan in North Carolina, Puff in Pennsylvania. Thank you guys. I'm your coach, Coach Z. Coach's Call on Tap. Thank you, and I hope you have a great, great evening. Adios.